133%. I'm nailing, my day. I'm crushing it. I'm deciding my destiny every heartbeat of the way. And I'm feeling liberated, excited, and I'm controlling my world. And the next day, feeling like, wow, I feel like my destiny was decided for me. I feel like I was swayed from place to place, end to end. My emotions were up and down, and I just don't know why I wasn't able to back it up. That's okay. We've got a full range of emotions for a reason. And I think the more that we can get to know ourselves, like the great philosopher, I believe, of Socrates, know thyself, the better that we can get to know ourselves, the stronger and more secure we can get within ourselves. And when changes and shifts, which inevitably are going to continue to happen, that's the place we exist in. Flowing energy is going to shift and move, and this part of the world is going to be a problem now, and then next week that part of the world is going to be a problem, and then this is going to be front cover issue, and then next week that's going to be front cover issue. These things are going to happen, but if we can learn to remain calm within ourselves and respect those emotions, understand those emotions, and also know thyself, know who we are, know what we are wanting in our lives, and know that it's okay that if sometimes we move out of synergy, sometimes we're not sprinting our best time record. It's okay. There's going to be days that you get up and you ask questions. Why am I here? What am I doing? Um, Even if you had a week of just absolutely smashing every single day. So be kind to yourself. Consider that there's a lot of energy moving around. The world is accelerated more and more. So you might be feeling those extremes. You might be feeling from one end, absolutely euphoric, happy, and then the next end, miserable. And, it might seem like, oh God, am I bipolar? Do I have some, like, give me the 52 labels of what I'm diagnosed with? What is it? It might be that, like that's what you might be saying. Oh, it might be all these things. But also understand that we're living in accelerated world. Information is getting to us. Think about way back in the day, when Alexander the Great was conquering parts of the world, he would send messengers back to Greece to provide information. I guess the first account. Well, obviously there was other accounts, but news in a way. So information, news. It took days to travel. Think about right now. We can search anything we want. If we've got a device in our hands that if we want to see the most horrific video in the world, we can see it. If we want to see the most beautiful video in the world, we can see it. So of course our emotions are going to be up and down. They're going to be extremes. We're going to have energy flowing in that's going to be, like amazing, crushing it, breaking through thresholds, new ways of thinking, crushing limiting beliefs, synergy, collaborating. And then there's going to be times where, there's frustration and there's angst and there's, the stress and all these sorts of things. And it seems more dramatic. But the world that we live in is very intense and it's very accelerated and it is very dramatic. And we've got everything just flooding our system. So, one of the ways to overcome this is just to be mindful of your environment. What information are you allowing in your environment every single day? What things are you allowing to your eyes to see? And you got to understand your words are so powerful that if you say, I can't, I can't, I can't, your unconsciousness is going to say, okay, if you think of your unconsciousness as a fulfillment center, you've got the front of house, you've got the front of sales where your mouth is, that's selling and serving the customer. And then the back of house, the fulfillment center, is your unconsciousness. And your unconsciousness is fulfilling whatever the salesman on the floor says. So if you say, I can't, I can't, I can't, or, I'm so dramatic, or I just, I'm too emotional, or, that person's right, or this person who diagnosed me with this, this, and this is right, I just can't, if you continue to reiterate that, your words are so powerful that your unconscious is going to believe it. And when you're asleep, when you're going about your day, your unconscious is going to adopt it. So be very, very conscious of what information you're allowing into your life. And also be okay that life is going to have passion and fusion and fire, and then it's going to have the lull. Look at the ocean. The waves come rocking in, the rain's hitting it, thunderstorms, everything's starting, and then all of a sudden, not too long later, you can get a lull of no waves, no action, no energy force. So be okay with that. Understand that that's a part of nature, and you're a part of nature. So be okay with that. And reach out to different people. Ask people, do a debrief. Hey, 2021, let's have a debrief. 2020, what a year, let's have a debrief. Last 2 months, let's have a sit down debrief. And also find people that are going to be accepting of your perspective, of what you believe, or just listening. They might not agree with you, but just listening. It's so hard to find people that listen without judgment. So it's like, we live in a world where it's just straight to judgment, straight to critique, straight to put that person in a box, straight to name that person dangerous or against this, they're not for this movement. So we hate them. No, find people who are actually accepting, who you can go to with different thoughts and things and go, okay, yep, I understand this is important, that's important, but what happens in 2 years, 3 years? What happens down the line? What happens, we've got this plan here, or we've got this idea here, or we've got this strategy that you want to put in place here, but what happens when that falls apart? And meet people and connect with people who are willing to dive deeper and communicate with you. And that's how you solve, your stress about, my gamut of emotions, my full spectrum of emotions are up and down all over, and it just seems accelerated. A lot of people that I speak to, they say the same thing. Everything's accelerated in our common day. So we need to find ways to calm our internal state down. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that one. Share it around with anyone you think that it might help, might add value to in their lives. Share it around. And as always, remember, decide your destiny. Cheers.